When we are posting any kind of financial transaction in the SAP system, it will be done in a so-called posting period. To account for that, we define so-called posting period variants in SAP via transaction code OB52. And here you can see in my system there are already some variants existing. So a variant itself consists of a maximum of 4-character alphanumeric key and a description. And that's basically it. This variant we can then assign to one or even various company codes via transaction code /n OBBP. That's /n OBBP. Here you can see, for instance, we have company code 1010 and 1020, and for both the variant 1010 was assigned. So this means that for all the company codes that utilize the same fiscal year variant, so for instance, let's say they have posting periods from January till December and 12 periods, they can use the same posting period variant, so that we do not need to maintain the posting periods for all of those company codes here individually, but we can maintain them simply via one variant that is assigned to multiple company codes. And this we do via the transaction code /n OB52. That's /n OB52. We insert our posting period variant, let's say 1010, and over here you can see a table that we need to fill. So first of all, one quick remark. You would see the more or less exact same table also in the SAP ECC system. Right now I'm in an S/4HANA system, but you would see the same also in the SAP ECC system. The only difference is that you can't see the period 3 columns over here. But we will talk about this in a minute. Also, if you are working with Fiori, then you would call up the application manage posting periods. But in the end, you would see the same screen. And the configuration is also exactly the same. So let's start over here. Here you can see a column called account type. Let's actually display them. Here you can see plus say is valid for all account types. Then we have asset accounts, customer vendor accounts, materials, and GL account and contracts. So by that we can specify that, for instance, a posting period should be open for asset accounts, but should not be open anymore for customer and vendor accounts and so on. You might also have noticed the plus sign over here. It is very important that the first row of our OB52 transaction is always filled with the plus sign. This is because for any financial transaction, first the header data of the financial transaction is checked. And this header data always looks into this table, into the entry for the plus sign. So this period must always be open and it's relevant for all accounts. So this is the minimum entry that we need to make. At least we need the first row over here. And we do not assign accounts to this account type because it's valid for all accounts anyways. If we do not treat accounts differently, so for instance, if we do not treat our asset, customer, supplier, material and GL accounts differently, then we do not even need all of those rows over here. But we could simply work with this plus sign because all of the accounts should be open or closed at the same time. However, if we treat them differently, then for sure we can maintain here the different account types. And then we need to include here for sure for which accounts the posting period should be open. So from account and the to account is included over here. And then you can see 3 intervals. Let's start with the first one. So this one over here is used for our normal postings. Let's say here we have a normal fiscal year variant, which is the calendar year. So from January till December. So those are here the months. We have 12 months. And then in my test system, this is open from the year 2000 till the year 2030. In your system, if it's a productive system, this will be maintained more or less on a monthly basis, depending on your configuration. However, this means that right now I can do all of my normal financial postings without any issue because the posting periods are open till 2030 actually. Then you can see over here from period 2 and to period 2. Here you can see the 4 special periods. So periods 13 to 16 are special periods when utilizing the normal fiscal year variant, which is the calendar year. So those maximum of 4 periods here are used for year-end closing activities. During year-end closing activities, 2 intervals must be open at the same time. So this is why we have actually here the interval 1 and the interval 2. And then there is something new under S/4HANA, which is the period interval 3. For now you can see this is here not maintained in my system. However, depending on your configuration and your business processes, it might be that you want to explicitly open finance postings that are triggered from the controlling, so from the managerial accounting perspective. But if it's empty, then for sure what we maintained in the periods 1 or 2 will be taken into account. And there's one more column which is called authorization group, so we can actually assign authorizations to users, which counts actually here for the first period interval, so that not all of the users can maintain this interval over here. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then please subscribe to the channel to not miss any more videos, activate the bell, and see you next time.